All right, let's talk about my Pacers. Boy, through the first 10 games, it's been an interesting watch. Um, right now, as I'm recording this, I'm pretty sure we're like third in the East at 500 through like 10 games. But there's definitely been some things that we can do a little bit better, and like we definitely haven't met expectations. Specifically talking about one guy in particular. So I'm here to talk about that. First things first, Tyrese Halliburton. It came out that apparently you're dealing with a back injury, so I'm gonna give him a little bit more reprieve than I was giving him before I knew about that. But last season, 25% of his shots had came at the rim, and this season, before the Knicks game, it was 9%. I'm like, something about that just unbelievable. And watching him, it's like, okay, you're still creating the space for the shot, but the shot isn't falling right now. So maybe you should try to get to the rim a little bit more to still create the pressure that you once did on the defense. And in the next game, he did that. Like he got to the rim, and then also his shot was falling, and it showed positive impact on the game. Now you could say that's because Carl Anthony Towns is Thanksgiving dinner, as one of my friends has said, in the paint on defense, or maybe the back is feeling a little better. I don't know yet, but in the absence of star Reese Halliburton, we got the emergence of somebody I already knew was good, but I didn't. He's exceeded all my expectations. Like I didn't expect him to be how good he has been so far this season, and that is Benedict Mathurin. Excuse me. Boy, Benny has been on fire since we put him in the starting lineup. He's average like hold on, pull up his numbers. His numbers. He is averaging 23, 7, and 2 on 55, 60, 81 from splits. That is unbelievable, especially as he's our main guy that gets to the rim, other than like Siakam. So, and he's our I'm pretty sure second leading scorer at the moment. And I expected him to be like, oh yeah, he's gonna average like 15, 18 off the bench, win 6 minutes a year. Like that was my expectation for him. Right now, I don't know if he's I don't know if Neesmith is getting that starting spot back since he's out due to injury and Benedict has been playing so goddamn good. Um, Not to mention he's been a solid defender, not as good as a defender as Neesmith, but you'll live with that. But the main thing he's like that's really stood out to me is the fact that he's averaging as many rebounds as he is, crashing the glass on defense, and then on offense he's getting some tip ins. And then and then last game against the Knicks, he had 38. What was it? 35, 38. And I'm upset that Tyrese dribbled the clock out because he could have had 40 that game. And what I really like about him is he's not interrupting the offense in any sort of way. Like his shots are coming to him. And he's just taking advantage of them. And that's all you can ask from a young guy like him who is known as a scorer. Now, from the overall team, what I want to get into, the defense has been god awful, but also they lack the identity that they had last season. In run the we're gonna run the floor and we're gonna dominate on offense. Through this season, they rank 11th in offensive rating. Last season, they were second. 25th in defensive rating. They're about the same. 21st in net rating, where they were like 10th last season. 11th in assist percentage, where they were first last season. 28th in offensive rebound percentage. And the glaring issue with this team is they can't defend, but they also cannot close out possessions when they do get the shot, get the miss. They're 27th in defensive rebound percentage, and then they're 15th in pace when they were second last season. Now, like I said, that could be because Tyrese has been dealing with his back issue. And not only that, we've been dealing with some other injuries, like Obi Toppin just missed a game or two. Andrew Nembhard has been in and out the lineup. Andrew Neesmith, sorry, not Andrew. Um, Aaron Neesmith is going to be out till December with his injury. And then we lost the two bigs in Isaiah Jackson and James Wiseman, which really didn't help our rim protection and our rebounding. Now, I don't want to say all bad things about this team because, like I said, they're 500, so not everything has been bad. Like, one thing I would really like about watching the Pacers is no matter what, they're going to have a good decision maker and a good point guard on the floor to make everybody's life easier with their point guard rotation. Whether it's Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, TJ McConnell, who's been one of the best backup point guards over the last two seasons and in the playoffs. But excuse me. And the offense, I think the offense just sputtered a little bit because we're not hitting the shots and we don't have like the same production from Tyrese. Miles Turner has been inconsistent. But I think that will correct itself as like time goes on. Like if we're still dealing with the offense not being as good as it can be in like a month from now, then I'll be concerned. But I'm not really worried about this team purely because it's so early. Like 10 games, it's like okay, get all the rust out now. But the main glaring issue, like I said, is that we cannot goddamn rebound. And it really, and I was so excited for James Wiseman when we signed him. And I was like, okay, he started off shaky in Golden State, and then he goes to the Pistons. The Pistons aren't exactly known for developing talent. Now you're in a team where all you have to do is protect the rim, rebound the basketball, run the floor, and catch lobs. And through the first 5 minutes, that's exactly what he did. Now he did let up two layups in those 5 minutes of his first game before his injury, but he ran the floor, he rebounded, and he scored what 4 or 5 points, and then he tore his Achilles, and I was so hurt and I was so upset because I was so excited as a James Wiseman fan because this is the perfect situation for him. You're going to have a point guard that's going to feed you and give you such easy and open looks, and then for him to go out with the Achilles tear broke my heart. First game of the season. Then not only that, a couple games later, Isaiah Jackson goes down with the same issue, and he was he was one of the better backup bigs in the league with his rim protection. Yeah, he was a little bit undersized, and he didn't. He sometimes got feasted on the defensive end by a bigger bodied center, like a true post center. But Isaiah blocked shots. He rebounded. He caught lobs. And he was the energy guy. He was like the tone setter in some games when you needed a momentum shift. Like he'll block a shot and then run the floor, catch a lob. All of a sudden, momentum has shifted. So that's really, really why we can't defend, and like our rim protection is so bad and our rebounding is so bad. And now, like right now, we're in reports to like sign JaVale McGee, or like we're in talks to like work him out. But I don't know if JaVale necessarily fits what we want to do with the free flowing, fast paced offense. He brings the veteran presence, and we know he's going to rebound and defend. But JaVale is in his 30s, like upper 30s. He's been in the league for a long time. I don't know if he's going to necessarily fit the pace that we want to do. So then I look in the G League, and there's somebody like Moses Brown, who's pretty mobile. for his size at 7'2", 245. He could come in and play backup center minutes behind Miles, and he'll be good. But the main guy I want right now is Jamarion Sharp. And this is about to turn into like 5 minutes of me talking about Jamarion Sharp. Jamarion Sharp is the perfect big for what we want to do, for what we need to. That motherfucker is 7'5", 225. Excuse my language. He's 7'5", 225 pounds. And I'm sitting here like, how does a guy like this, one, go undrafted, and two, not be on any team? His first 2 seasons in college at Western Kentucky, he not only led the nation in blocks, but he averaged damn near 5 blocks a game. So then he transfers to Ole Miss, and I'm watching his Ole Miss tape. And he leads the SEC in blocks, and not only that, like his production dropped because he only played like 15 minutes a game at Ole Miss. But if you go and watch his tape, he is exceptional on the glass, protecting the rim and catching lobs and finishing at the rim. That is exactly what the Pacers lack. And I'm looking around. I'm like, why hasn't this guy been signed? Like he played for I think it was the Mavericks in the preseason. He did exactly what you would need him, what you would expect him to do at a high level, and the Mavs waived him to put him on the G League team. And I don't think he played like the first 1 or 2 games of the Mavs G League team games, and I don't know what's going on. Like I don't see him with the injury or anything. But now I'm looking around the league and I see a guy like Musa Diabate in Charlotte, and I'm like, Jamarion can't do that. Taj Gibson is starting in Charlotte. Jamarion can't do that. A guy like Eves Missy last season at Baylor, his freshman year averaged 10 and like 7. I'm pretty sure it was. And he has damn near the exact same skill set as Jamarion, except he's 6'10" and more athletic. For him, but he can do the exact same thing. And now, that's not to hate on Ease Missy. Like Ease Missy was probably one of my. I ain't gonna say probably. He's definitely one of my favorite prospects coming out of this draft. But there's a lot of centers and a lot of teams that need centers where Jamarion Sharp could get minutes, and not only minutes, he could give impactful minutes. And now I'm looking at Rick Carlisle, coach of the Pacers, and I'm like, dude, you could turn this guy into a all defensive caliber center, and he could fit perfectly because like I said, he's going to run the floor. Like if you watch him, he'll block a shot, and then the dude is so damn mobile and fast that I didn't like. If I didn't look at him and I just saw him run, you wouldn't think he's 7'5". Tallest guy in college basketball last year. I think tied with Edie. And then not only that, he played impactful minutes on a good Ole Miss team. And then not only that, he has good foot speed, so he can guard in space just a little bit. Now I'm not gonna ask him to switch on the all pick and rolls, but if he gets caught on a guard off of a switch, you're not going to immediately panic. He's going to be able to guard, and his timing is exceptional when it comes to blocking shots. The NBA is probably not going to see the video, but if there's any chance anybody in the NBA sees this video, sign him, give him a shot. You can play him 10, 15 minutes, and I promise you'll see the impact. Um, but as far as for the Pacers, like I said, he's going to rebound the basketball. He's not going to just rebound like 2 to 3 rounds a game. He's going to attack the glass and get like 5 rebounds in limited minutes. So now we're not playing Miles Turner 7. I mean, that's it. Playing Miles Turner 100 minutes a game and expecting Enrique Freeman to play impactful minutes, even though Enrique was a draft pick. Enrique has been solid throughout his first couple games, throughout the time he has played, I should say. but I'd rather have Jamarion Sharp at the moment. Um, but back on topic of the Pacers. Like I said, we've been dealing with injuries. Like Andrew Nimhart missed a game, and then the game he played before that, he didn't really do much because, like I said, I think he's going through a foot injury at the moment. We're not gonna have Andrew Neesmith. Obi Toppin missed a game, so that led to us signing, not signing, but that led to somebody like Quinn Jackson getting minutes, and there's another guy I can't think of his name. Oh, and Jerace Walker has been getting more minutes than he did last season. And Jerace's credit, or Jerace, one of them, he's played really, really good to the point where I'm thinking, do we really need to re-sign Obi? But I understand why continuity and the fact that Obi was like the energy guy. He had a really good season last year, shooting like 40, 50% from three. So I'm fine with us re-signing Obi. But Jairus is going to be really good. And if he can be that defender that we really need, boy, the sky's the limit for him as a pacer. Quentin Jackson has played some solid minutes. I ain't gonna say like he's been otherworldly, but he's hit shots what we needed him to. Like I said, TJ McConnell has been one of the better backup point guards, if not. No, I ain't gonna say the best because Peyton Pritchard and Miles McBride have been hooping this season. Who else? Who else do I want to give a shout out to? Uh, I think that's about it, really. Overall, I just want our defense to, I just want us to sign somebody that can really help our defense because our rim protection is god awful. And then it's getting to the point where shit, me and my friends like, hey, if you're playing the Pacers, whoever they're playing, take the over on them. They're gonna hit it. We can't guard. They're gonna hit it. But in a game like, I'm gonna go like a little bit more on the rebounding. In a game against Charlotte, we got dominated on the glass. I'm pretty sure it was like +10 throughout the entirety of the game, and we lost by 20 points. So if we just close our possession and don't allow as many offensive rebounds as we do, we're gonna be set. Um, Other than that, is it was nice to see Tyrese really get his groove back against the Knicks. Hopefully, we get 80% of that for the remainder of the season, or just going forward. And if he returns to an All NBA player, I think we can finish as the third seed, maybe third or fourth seed in this conference. So, other than that, I don't really have much. I appreciate y'all listening to me ramble about one of my favorite teams for 20 minutes. And I got another video. I got more videos that I need to record. So I'm gonna head out. Peace.